Good evening guys, a very warm welcome tonight for our Friday night flight here with Ryanair as we get ready to take her home back to Dublin. With the thank you for the NHS livery for all the work that they've done through this pandemic. And we're going to be flying for flight level 30 as we depart of runway 12 and come in for 10. And flight time is just around over 3 hours time. So, don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below, and now we'll get into the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for our departure. Okay, so we're in the 737-800 now, so we'll go ahead and put our battery, which is on and guarded, standby power is on and ground power is on, put our bats and ground power. Go ahead and get the IRSs all set up ready for our departure today. Put the one pump on, get the APU up and running, ready to go. After that we'll turn on our lights, get the panel lit up. We can arm the emergency lights, put our chromes on with the fasten seatbelt. Put the strobes on with the anti-collision. Strobes be on steady. Window heat probes. Put on the right pump with the trimmer, get our packs on. Got a flight level of 300. Okay, so whilst we wait for the IRS, we'll go ahead and get our panel lights all lit up. Okay, which is all set. So we'll go in and we'll get our positioning. So we're going from Lima, India, Papa, Echo. Put that in for when it aligns. And on our route, going to Echo, India, Delta, Whiskey. For our departure, we're going to be taking runway 12. On the first 6 X-ray. And then from there, what we're then going to do is we are going to put in a direct to Victor. And then from Victor we're going to Resia. From Resia we're then going to go to the uniform Papa 131. Which is going to take us to Argax for the Bagzo 1 kilo, coming in for the ILS runway 10. Now, that's the one on our sim brief, and the chart that I have for our arrival, we could do the Bagzo 3 uniform if it's there. Which it's not. No. Okay, so we'll activate that up. Go into our perf. Let's just make sure that we did activate bags. So there's the 1 kilo. Boom. Okay, so we're going to our perf. Put our reserves, which is 2.5. We've got a cost index today of 7, which is more like it. Okay, so we're going for 350. Go in, put our M1. Takeoff, we'll take a flaps 5, 148, a 149, and a 156 for V2. Okay, so put the flight directors on. We won't arm the auto throttle this time, as it was in the checklist. Auto brake to RTO. We're going to get ready to go. So we'll call the tug. That'll just save us doing that after. And we can also put the right electric on, get all the pumps on, switch over the APU, put the yaw damper on, and we're all set to go. So,
ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, so here comes the tug. Here comes the tug.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so engine number 2 now is coming to life. So what we can do is we'll go ahead and light her up. Okay, so engine number 2 now has come alive, so put the right pack on, we'll switch off the left and we'll go for engine number 1. Okay, so engine number 1 is now come over.
Set parking brake.
So we'll set the parking brake, forward a tug.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Okay, thank you very much. So we'll turn the right pack on, we will switch over the buses to the gen. We can turn the isolation valve to auto, the APU bleed can go off with the APU. He's getting ready to go, put our logo on. Tell cabin crew to get ready to go. We're now on the 115, we'll now drop our flaps 5.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you very much, see you soon. So let's go have a look. Oh, he was somewhere. Oh, he's going to come now. Okay, see you later. Okay, so flaps are down and we'll do our system check very quickly. So full left, full right, full forward, full backwards, rudder left and rudder right. Put our yoke back as well, which is all fine. So now we can go and arm the auto throttle and we're all set to go out. So let's put on our taxis and we'll release the brake. And we'll start to power on out now. Down to runway 12. Okay, so now we're on Tango. Make our way down to the bottom. It's 12. What we'll also do is we'll get our altimeters and all that set just when we come in. So what we can do is, whilst I'm steering, we'll get the altimeters. Okay, I'll send that off. So it should be a nice arrival today. Doesn't look too bad for weather, etc. Looks quite nice as we come out. We are using real-time weather today, so all the weather you see should be there. Okay, QNH 1012. That's fine. Now we can see the train. So we've got 1012. Which is set, and we've also got 1012 which is set. Coming down Tango now. Gonna get ready to do a right turn at the end onto Alpha. Also do is we'll arm the LNAV and VNAV as we're coming up now to the hold for Alpha. Okay, so strobes can go on, put a wing and we will with our runway turnoffs.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, so we'll try and soak up as much of this runway as possible. Okay, so there we are now on the runway, so we can put our landing lights on. Everything else is all good to go. We'll tell the cabin that we are ready to clear off. Turn the clock on and release the brake. Power on up to 45% and toga. Airspeed live.
knots.
Check. Throttle hold.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
You're up. Check. So as we come out now, we'll turn the auto brake off, we'll close the gear and we'll follow the flight director out now. Okay, so currently climbing through 5,700 feet now, just onto that right turn before we swing left from Perky as we're going to come round. Turn the QNHs onto standard now. As we make that left turn around. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll put on the autopilot and passing over 10,000 feet, we'll turn off the landing lights, the runway turn-offs, our taxis, and the wheel well. Seatbelts can go to auto.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend for your comfort and safety that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened throughout your flight. There is a call bell reading light and fresh air vent in the panel just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight, and all toilets are fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with us.
Okay guys, so there we are now for our takeoff departure. And what we can do is now there isn't really much left to do on the flight, as we go straight up to Vic, make a left turn. So what we'll do is we'll go to our takeoff cinematics and then we'll get ready to come down into Dublin for the ILS into 10. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, and I'll see you all when we get back. guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Right now we are basically getting ready to come down, and what we're going to do is we're going to go for the ILS runway 10, and when we come down we're going to do it on a Cat 3 ILS, so we'll let the aircraft land itself today, and should be a good one. Should definitely be a good flight today. As you can see, our vertical deviation, we're on the V9 path, and we're coming down quite nice. So what we can do is we'll turn our start switches to continuous, and we'll tell the cabin now that we are coming down. So what we'll do is we'll go into the FMC and we'll get the ATIS and check the ATIS. So we've got a 04018 broken, we've got overcast. It's all been set up ready for us to come in blind. Visibility is for Cat 3, and we've got 1010 on the QNHs, which we'll go over and set now. Okay, which are set 1010. Coming down now through 300, and for our radios they are 100. Okay, 100 is set. Go ahead and set that on the other one as well. Make sure we have a radio on. Okay, 100, which is set. And we'll put 100 on the other side. Passing through 270 now as we start to close in on Dublin. So for our minimums, we've got 100 on the radio, and that's for Cat 2. So for Cat 3 we will put it down to 50. Like so. Now descending through 250. So for the Cat 3 Alpha, which will be under 100 feet, and for the Cat 3 Bravo, which will be under 50 feet. So we'll leave it at 50, or just to be on the safe, leave it at 75. Come through 240 now, as we start to come down for the runway 250 below. So let's open up our speed brakes. And just to make sure that the plan for the flight is all good, we'll go in and have a look. So we'll go through BAGSO, then start our decel, and come straight up like that. Left turn to intercept, and then we'll head back out above 5,000 for the missed approach. Below 250 now. Slow to 245, and we're currently on the 283. There we go. now into the clouds as we come through 210, near to bag zone, around 30 miles away. There's our 245. So from here on in we'll be blind as we come down. Auto brake will set to max. As we descend through 2-3, make sure, there we go, I want to go back into our path. Release speed brakes in. For some reason, that's one thing I've noticed on the new update, is the FMC likes to switch between the VNAV path and the speed. Don't know why, never did that before on the previous version of the Zibo. It's only doing it on this one, that I've noticed on the last like 2-3 flights. So, as you can see, the clouds are right next to us on the left as we are about to dip right in and come down. By the time we pass bag zone, be 250 below, we're at 245. We'll stay at that till we get to Carav, and then that'll be below 230. So following the VNAV path down now. Got auto brakes set. May come into a little bit of rough air, but nothing that would stop us for the auto land. That'll be a good demonstration as well today to do that. Okay, so passing through 17,000 now, and we are dipping into the clouds. Open up speed brakes again, just to keep us down nice. As we get near to Bagzo, ready to make that left turn to Adses. And then we'll follow that up, and then that'll be our last turn before our last. So here we go, here's the fog coming in as we now pass through 16,000 feet. So we'll go ahead and get the aircraft all set up for our arrival. So let's go and calculate our fuel, 19 to 9, which is a 0.9, so it'll just be a 152 on its own. Now I'm going to do flaps 40 and a +5, which will give us a 150, and the ILS for Dublin is 108.90 on the 098. Okay, and 108.90, which is set. So the ILS's are in. And they are activated as well. Got our max bank on. We're at 245, still going for bag zone 250 below, which is fine. Got the charts here for the ILS. So by the time we are 5 DME away, we should be around 1890. Coming in for the Cat 3 Alpha. Crossing through 12,000 feet now. Get ready to turn on our landing lights. Now if it was dark we wouldn't turn the landing lights on as it would just blind us. We wouldn't be able to see the runway come into view. As we're coming round and it's daylight, we can switch them on, but it's not going to make much difference. So ready to move on to ANSYS. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet, which is fine. So we'll move around now from ANSYS to Carav. Then we'll decel again. 230 below. So 4 nautical miles away, we'll go down to 235. And I'm currently heading now on the 253 once we switch from Carav. Once we pass the decel, that'll basically be us at our 235. Okay, so we're just passing through 11,000 feet now. We're holding round to our 2-3 as we need to be under, so 188 now when we get to RISAP. So what we can start to do is we'll stay around the 240 and we'll go down to our flaps up. Get the aircraft all prepared, ready for us to come in. Check on the FMC now. So, hopefully everything should be alright when we come down. We'll configure it to specs. What we'll do is for a Cat 3, we'll put it down to 50. As it can't be 100, under 100, 100 and lower for the 3 Alpha, 50 under for the 3 Bravo. So we'll just leave it at 50 and see what happens. Passing through 8,500 feet now. And because that turn is going to be a little bit too much, I'm going to track out now, away from the airport, so we can get a nice turn in once we get to RISAP. And then we can get the aircraft all configured and ready for landing. So rail flaps up now. Take the speed brakes out. That angle is that's not 90 degrees. So if we go spin around for that, we're definitely going to overshoot the localizer, which is then going to cause us problems as we come. So coming through 7,400 feet now. We are near to our flaps up. We'll level off at 3,000 feet to come round, intercept the ILS, which will be on a 3-degree glide path. 5 DME away should be 1,890. And 5,000 feet is when we will set the altimeters back. So should be a good arrival. The only time I'll touch the controls is upon touchdown to initiate the reversers. Spin around to the 275. And we're going to intercept on the 100, but on here we've got the 098. So, when we get to 5,000 feet, there we go, now passing under 6, it's usually 6,000 is transition. So our QNH is to 1010, and we'll do our descent checklist for our approach. And we can turn on our landing lights now. Tell cabin, prepare for landing. So on our approach checklist we have got engine start switches are continuous and landing lights on under 10,000 feet, which they are. After that we've got the altimeter setting, which is a 1010, which is cross-checked on either side, which is set. After that we've got the altitude for the approach, which is 3,000 feet to intercept the ILS on the 098 degree course. The ILS frequency is a 108.90, which are both activated in the radios. Our V-card approach speed rev, which is the flaps 40 at 145 plus 5 for a 150. Landing lights are on, flaps will be set, and speed brakes are armed. So we're all set to come in, everything is all good. For the ILS procedure, nav 1 and 2, which is set, because nav 2 required for the auto land. Pilot's first officer's course, ILS course set, which is set. When a localizer is established, we will put the VOR lock on, but we'll have the approach on, which will activate the glide slope. And then from the single channel, then we'll activate the CMDB, which will then wait to be activated under 1500, I think it is, for the auto land to kick in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting the controls over, ready for when we do touchdown. Currently heading on the 275, and we are ready to make that left turn to intercept. 1,000 to go. All we're going to really need here is the throttles, as the aircraft is going to take care of everything else for us. So we'll see exactly how accurate the Zibo's auto land is. I've tried it out a few times and it's actually very good. So it should be a good arrival. 3007. Currently coming down. Our flaps up. And then once we do get to Rizap, then I should think we would have dropped the flaps 5, and then by the time we get to Gannett, then we'll go down to the 165, which will be flaps 15 gear down. Okay, so there's near to 3,000 feet, so we'll spin around so we can intercept. Aircraft is fully configured to come down. Now we'll intercept through Rizap at the 158. and then pass her through to the 155, which will be enough to intercept. So what we'll do now is put the approach on. Currently 15 miles out from the runway. Level now at 3,000 feet. Glide slopes ready to come down. Localizers ready to be activated. So once we get the single channel come on, then we will go for CMDB, which is basically to lock in the auto land, which then makes it fail safe, so we can't unlock it. Okay, still at our flaps up speed. Got the auto brake set at max as we are coming in blind, so I don't want to overrun. Or we could do number 3. Oh, actually, do you know what? We'll do a number 2 because we're going to go off right at the end of the runway. So we should start to intercept now. Turn the aircraft just to help it along. So there's the single channel. So we'll go in and lock the CMDB. And we'll come down to our flaps 5. Okay, so down we come. So we've got the second autopilot CMDB, which is active. That will activate our auto land. Glide slope's now coming in, that'll activate, and I think it's around 1500 feet. That's when the auto land will activate itself. So the glide slope's coming down now, and what we'll do is go to the 165. Now we'll go flaps 50. Gear down. Reset our views. Okay, so on the charts, currently 5 DME away should be around 1,890.
2,500.
Okay, we go to flaps 30. Still on the single channel, waiting for us to switch over, and then we'll see auto land 3. There we go, flaps 40 for 150. So everything's all set now. All we can do is sit and see exactly what the aircraft does. So 2001 coming into the 5 DME. As we can see here, 5.5, 2001 should be at 1,890. So 5.2 now. 5.1. And just around exactly 1,890. So we are bang on. Coming down nice. As you can see, we have the airport just making its way into the navigational display. And here comes the auto land. So it will blink, and now we've switched in. So we're locked in for the Cat 3 on the ILS for the auto land. As you can see, under the VOR lock we've got the rollout, and under the glide slope we've got the flare, so the aircraft will take care of everything, but we will be ready on hand to disconnect the autopilot once we touch down. Passing through 1300 feet now, and 1000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Okay, so here we come, around 2.5 miles away from the runway. Aircraft seems very stable. We'll see what it does on the runway. Has Zibo created a lovely auto land aircraft? So coming through 500 feet now.
500.
Here we go.
400. 300. 200. Approaching minimums.
Okay, so we'll
100.
continue.
50 minimums. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Speed brake is up and reversers are active. And there we are, guys, practically a perfect landing from the
80
Zibo.
knots.
The little jolt was when I touched the rudder, so that was my fault. But apart from that, the aircraft landed spot on, so can't really complain about that. And we can watch that in the landing cinematics.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90%.
Okay, so we need to
on time.
exit out of
We
the
hope you enjoyed yours.
runway.
We look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
Put the
Ryanair.
speed brake back
No
in
fares, made simple.
as we get ready to come off. Let's drop our flaps up as well. Here's an exit now that we'll take.
For your own comfort and safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to complete stop and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please refrain from smoking until you have
Okay,
reached
so
the
we're on
destination
Sierra 1.
area, which is well outside the terminal building.
So if we get the charts up.
On board today, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us, and we wish you a safe onward journey.
So as we come out now, it's time for our landing cinematics, guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you all very soon when we get back into the flight deck to taxi to the gate. So I'll see you all in just a minute.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 10.
100. we are, guys, down in Dublin for the flight of the night, for our Friday night flight. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and leave your comments down below. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care for now, guys. Bye bye.